Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim Special Edition Legendary Difficulty Survival Mods. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 2. It's 5:49 in the morning. The character needs to do a little bit of alchemy. I keep a sheet with me for all the different little alchemical ingredients so that I know what they do. So that I can make potions. For instance, bear claws are used for fortify health, and they're also used to restore stamina. In fact, when it comes to restore stamina, the purple mountain flower. That's it. So this is part of the process, is going through until they all show up here in the left-hand column. This is SkyUI, which makes doing things like alchemy so much better. It's really great. Alright, that's out for alchemy right this second. And as always, gotta save before I eat because of this potential bug. I almost want to show it off, just so people can see what it is. And I'm gonna make a hard save. And we're gonna get started on... And notice I haven't leveled up yet. Yes, I know, that's probably annoying some people with some OCD. But when you're playing survival mode, to a large degree, you want to save your level ups for times when you're in the middle of a fight and you're going to need health real fast. So instincts are part of Frostfall. You can use them to do things like this, to find flowers. And there's some fly meat, which is great. That'll give us some fortify two-hand potions. Potions are a huge part of making your life easier when you're on legendary difficulty, especially at the beginning of the game. I'm not going to waste an iron ingot on that. It's not going to make a difference, surely. What I really want to do is wait for Faendal to show up. So I'm just gonna wait for him, see if he's out here. Oh, Girder showed up. Where's
New to
Faendal?
Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see Hod at the mill.
Hod and Girder. He's usually hanging out here because he comes out here and chops wood. So I just need to wait for him to show up. I'm gonna wait one more hour. It's gonna be nice and toasty warm. There we go. There you are.
Did I see you talking to Sven?
He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope. I don't need your jokes right now, but maybe you have a point. Maybe Camilla needs some help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
Alright, so now we have that quest, and that's going to be how we're going to get our first follower here. Alright. Hod. Sven should be over here. If you go... Let's see. What's the proper course of action here? What's the thing say? Again, it's been so long since I've done this. Tell Sven Feindal's livery. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I believe if we tell Sven, then we can get Sven as our follower. Otherwise, if you take it to Camilla.
Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Alright. Let's see.
Feindal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him. What is this? The elf playing a treachery? Shocking. As if I would write this dribble. How about we play a bit of a turnabout with Feindal? Here, I had to use simple words, but this letter should convince Camilla it's from him.
I don't suppose I could convince you to take care of it now, could I?
All right then.
I should have guessed.
Poor Camilla. Caught in the trap between...
You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you. But don't get on my bad side.
I love that kid's dialogue. I'll go easy on you. Oh, that's funny. Alright.
Mara bless you. You're not from around here. That makes two of us. From Feindal? That's strange. He's never written to me before. What is this? Is this what he really thinks about me? Well, you can tell that long-eared ass not to come around the store anymore. He's not welcome. Good luck. Lucan and I will be waiting for you back in the shop.
Sveindal. Sven. I call him Sveindal. See how both these characters have confused me so.
Out of my way, String.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
You look like a traveler. Someone that has seen faraway places and heard new stories.
I got all
Now
your...
that's what I like to hear. Good work. I think you deserve some gold from my tips at the inn. Lead the way.
Perfect. Now I have a follower. Alright, it's time to get a couple of things done then. So, what I'm going to do here, under magic and under conjuration, is I'm also going to favorite raise zombie. I'm going to conjure my familiar in 5 and I'm going to raise zombie in 6. And we're going to go loot some dudes. The thing with the thing that I've found multiple times playing through the game on legendary mode is that you need to do pretty much every easy quest or dungeon that you can around the area that you're in before moving on to the next thing. So Ember Shard mine is a great place to get started. There's also these tools up here that we're going to go attack. And we're going to get wet doing it. And the nice thing is there's also a book up here. There they are. There's just a lot of stuff to do here. Here they come. Alright, and now we can do this. Oh, I don't have enough magic. Okay. How are you doing? Hold on, man. Are you shooting from there? Hey, now. It says I don't have enough. Ah. Come on now. Okay. Get this guy. gonna fall right off the ledge there. Alright. Hey, so both of you guys are archers. I've never taken Sven as a companion before, so I thought maybe he would be more melee oriented. But he seems to be a ranged companion just like Sven, so we'll have to make it work. And warrior, great block increase. Okay. And a shard skeever hide. Let's bring this guy down here. He'll fade here in a second. Where'd that body end up? There he is. What does he have? Fur armor? Well, I can carry everything, so I should just take everything. There you are. Let's take all that stuff. Come with me. Yes, wetness from frostfall. So Embershard mine is one of those places I clear out, and then there's a camp of 3 bandit raiders. Kind of where Hadvar and I were walking on our way down to Riverwood. That's a good place to clear out too. I generally make it a plan to just try and get everything around here that I can before going up to Bleak Falls Barrow. And even then, the fate of the way things spawn and stuff like that, you may still end up with a couple of really bad critters from time to time across the river and things like that. So I use a lot of quick saves. Oh man, I love true storms. This is so awesome. A giant tree. I love it. Simply Bigger Trees. I'm gonna hand it to the mod author for that one. That's a really good one, and I'm so glad that they fixed the juniper trees problem, because it's just so much better. Oh yeah, he died somewhere on the way. Okay. Alvar.
Watch over your battles, friend.
Let's see. Oh, let's do this.
Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. That's a decent weapon you've made.
Where are you now, Albert?
Whatever you need. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and a grindstone over there. Good day.
I figure you might as well do this because it results in some free gear that you can sell back to him.
You look at ironers. This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Aye. You the sneaky type? Ah, good.
No.
A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need.
Hide helmet. There we go.
Hey, I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Good day.
The hide helmet.
What? Yes? You have talent. Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
I like that plan. Alright, let's see. What do you have for
Take a
sale?
look.
Sell a couple things here. I got 3 longbows. Iron stuff. I don't need all this. I'm gonna save the fur, I guess. I guess I'll give all those to Sven.
All right. Still here. What do you want me to carry?
Oh, you have a garnet. Take that stuff. Ring of Minor Squire increases light armor skill by 12 points. That would help me, but I'm gonna let him have it. There we go.
You lead, I'll follow.
Okay. The only thing that's left now is Embershard mine. And I'm definitely going to want to level up before we hit that. Because these guys get a little tougher. There's a... It's a great place though. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Hold on. How much leather do I have? Take a look at this. I can make a lantern and 2 iron ingots. And then, let's see. What about the travel lantern? I think it goes under here. Yep, travel lantern right there. So this is one of the coolest mods in the game.
Take what you need, my friend.
I love this mod. Wearable lanterns. And I like my brightness radius just a little bit more. Worn back right. You just want to make sure then that you don't put a bandolier there. That ends up being the problem. Toggle lantern. And check fuel. Okay. Oil lanterns use oil and bug lanterns use flowers. I like those. Auto drop lanterns. Turn off when sneaking. That's pretty much what I like. Okay.
Within reason, of course.
And that means I need some oil before we go.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives can get back to normal. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
I need the oil, buddy. He always has some. What's he have? Let's see. Lantern oil. It's pretty spendy, but I'm going to spend the money on it. Anyway, is there anything else that I really want there? No. Oh, you have Soul Trap? Does not have Soul Trap. Does have Lesser Ward. Okay. I kind of want that.
All right, then.
I don't have a lot of money. So I'm down to 50 gold. Alright. Let's go do some stuff then. First order of business, let's make ourselves a little bit more stout. I don't spend a lot of time putting points into Magicka, even though I'm going to be a battle mage, because later on we're going to enchant gear that's going to reduce the casting cost of our items to where Magicka isn't really important. Alright. Let's go. Minty Lighting. That's a great mod for thunder strikes and the lightning that you see. It really adds just a little bit to the whole True Storm feel. True Storms are great on their own, but Minty Lightning, it's just that extra touch that makes it really, really cool. I love True Storms. You know that if you watched any of my Fallout 4 playthrough, you know I'm such a huge fan of True Storms. And I'm just an equally huge fan of it here. I'm a big fan of using it in conjunction with natural and atmospheric Tamriel. Unfortunately, Nat has a little bit of a bug. And it's not a nice bug either. Ooh, right in the side there. Okay. Well, I'd like to take her inside with me, but I don't have enough magicka, so. There we go. So, the problem I ran into, I love natural and atmospheric Tamriel alongside any halfway decent lighting mod. Relighting, Skyrim, Realistic Lighting Overhaul, ELFX, they're all fantastic. But the problem is the night sky, the stars fade. I have a video of that on my website, and it's just it's a little bit of a disappointment. It's been taken off. There we go. There we go. Oh, in the side again. Excellent. He has a steel war axe. Nothing I'm really too concerned with. I love the blood is enhanced blood textures, I believe is the name of that mod. If I get any of these wrong, it's not too big of a deal, because what I'm going to be doing is for each one of these videos, and you should have already seen it, when things show up on the screen or when I make mention of it, I'm going to make sure to, at the bottom of the screen, put the text on there exactly what the mod name is as we go along, so that you can, if you see something you really like, be able to get that. So here is, let's see. Oh, I have to wear it. Travel lantern. So I can put the travel lantern on, so I can turn it off or on. This is fantastic when you're playing in more of a survival mode. I love it. This poor old guy's journal. And of course, mining then becomes huge. I always tell people the secret to playing a Battlemage in Skyrim is you have to work Alchemy up to make your destruction stronger, because that's the only way to overpower or to overcharge spells. And then in addition to that, the other thing that you really have to do is work up enchanting and smithing, so you can have your own weapons. So you can because there are no dropped weapons in the game that are going to be nearly as good as the dual enchanted weapons that you can make on your own. It's just not possible. You can make weapons that are so much better. Come on. Hey now. Nobody coming? Wow, that's a first. Okay. I'm surprised. What else is in here? Cabbage. Nothing else? Kidding me? Oh my gosh, these guys always come running. That's a first. See, now this is certifiably dark. This is the way I like it. It just doesn't happen in that first dungeon for some reason. Okay, so he's dead. Need other people to take the hits, because when you're playing in survival mode, everything, well, not when you're playing on legendary, I call it survival mode, but you know what I'm saying. It's legendary difficulty, and everybody feels like a damage sponge. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm really gonna like. Okay. Nope. Tomatoes. Salt piles. There we go. So here's a book, Clairvoyance. Let's just use that right now. Kind of useful. Cabbage. Not so fond of that. Cabbage. Oof. Alright, here we go. Iron Greatsword. That's what I want. It swings so much better. So favorite that. Don't favorite that. Add this to the one slot. What else do we have in here? Hide shield of resist magic. That's going to be great for disenchanting. And yeah, I'm going to grab the iron ore while I'm here. This is going to be a short episode number 2, because there are other things that have to go on, but real life is calling. But I'm excited to get these first 2 episodes out for you guys. I'm excited to get this whole series rolling, actually. I wanted to make sure there was no more. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to save the game. Let's go. We can come back and mine these later. The most important thing is to get up here and get this first guy taken care of. How did I miss her? There we go. There we go. Okay, she's down. Great, that's fantastic. Ah, that person got away. Okay, he's gonna die. He's gonna go down before she comes back, but that's all right. This is always the game you have to play here. Yeah, there he goes. You had nothing good, right? Okay. I'm gonna wait for her to walk back, because she's gonna drag someone else with him, and he's the tough one. And to do that, I have to raise a zombie. It's the only way to get through this. There she is. She's way up there. Come on, honey. What else is back here? Yep. Like that I got a 2-handed greatsword though. And there is always the possibility of poisoning her, but I save these to make black dyed leather for the bandoliers. You stop right about there. There you go. All right. Get up. Oh, all right, the tough guy's down. All right, we gotta get the other one. Run toward her. Where is she? You guys need to go get her. Okay, here we go. Now we're good. Now we're golden. They're gonna take her down before I can even get over here to finish her. There we go. Ember Shard mine cleared. Awesome. Legendary. See, so that wasn't so bad. You just gotta use your friends a lot, and of course, conjuration helps a ton. So, oh, she unsummoned. I don't. So now the rest of this is just looting. And you have everything there. Okay. Yeah, now we just loot the heck out of this place and take off. You, my friend, what do you have? Iron battle axe, studded armor. I'm gonna take that because this is what I start looking for at this point in the game, is anything that's cheap that offers a good return. So like this is 11 for 75. It's not actually as good as the hide boots at 1 for 10, but you know, you're trying to drag as much money back as you can. And then we have to mine this place out. There we go. Another iron greatsword. The value is 25 for a weight of 8. That's just not very good. Light armor forging though. That book is worth something. Yeah, so the key, especially to playing a Battlemage, and to the same extent to playing just a straight mage, if that's what you want to do, is alchemy, enchanting, smithing. You have to be able to smith your own weapons, and then you have to be able to work your enchanting up to where you can dual enchant them. And working your enchanting up is actually probably the easiest part. Working smithing up is fairly easy as well. A long time ago, of course, the conventional wisdom was to smith iron daggers. It should be clear to everyone by now after the 2012 patch that that's not the way to go. You'll see me in this game. I smith basically 2 things, and that is jewelry and Dwemer bows. Dwemer bows because you only need two components, which is Dwemer ingots and iron ingots, and the iron ingots you're going to come across the whole game, just like here where we're mining them out. Jewelry, because you can make a ton of it. It's really light. You're always going to get gems from these places like this. Every time you mine something, you have a chance to pick up gem. You're going to end up with a ton of gems. So you might as well smith them into jewelry, and then jewelry becomes something that becomes very easy to enchant. So I just usually smith myself a whole bunch of jewelry, and the gains you get for each piece of jewelry smith is so much more than an iron dagger. And same thing with the Dwemer bow. The gains are huge. Like, here's a bunch of jewels. Those are gonna make really nice pieces of jewelry with this for us. I'm just looking for anything like salt piles. Here's the other thing. If to get your alchemy worked up, you just need to know which potions give you the greatest learning gains, and those pretty much are slow, invisibility, paralysis, and then fortify health when you're using wheat and a giant's toe. Wheat and a giant's toe is the best combination in the game, and you get the most bang for the most learning for that one single combination. Works out really well. So if you do this right, you can up all 3 of these things pretty quickly while your character is growing, and then you can make yourself some really nice weapons with dual enchantments. For instance, one of my favorite dual enchantments to put on my main weapon is like shock damage along with absorb health. That's really nice. Works out really well. And I just make sure I'm always grabbing people and conjuring them. Conjuration goes up quite a bit faster because you're always conjuring people and undead and Draugr in dungeons, so it goes up pretty rapidly on its own. Destruction is the harder one because you don't do as much damage, and it takes a while to get your alchemy built up to where you can finally start using it a lot. So it takes a bit longer, but the whole thing is worth it in my opinion, because once you get your destruction really high, once you get your alchemy really high and your conjuration really high, and then you enchant, it usually takes 3 pieces of gear. You can make casting, conjuration, and destruction completely free, or it'll cost you like 2 magicka per cast or whatever. You can make it free with 4 pieces of gear for sure. Alright, what am I gonna do here? I need to get out of the game. So let's take a look at, I just want to sell some of these weapons.
Keep watching me.
Let's see.
Alright, but I'm getting a bit tired of waiting.
Take what you need, my friend. Take a look.
I need some heavy armor though. I'm not gonna get rid of the iron battle axe. I'm gonna get rid of 2 of these great swords because I don't need that many. You got leather, okay. Studded armor. I'm gonna sell that. Woodcutter's axe, wooden cloak. That's what I wanted to get rid of. Okay, I want to see if I can make myself an iron breastplate or a steel breastplate. I can't make steel yet, can I? Banded iron armor. I need more leather strips and corundum ingot. Okay. Dang, so I don't have the ability to even make banded iron armor yet. 2 more leather strips and a corundum ingot. Do you have a corundum ingot?
Whatever you need. The finest weapons and armor.
What do you have? Doesn't have that. He's got the leather strips. He doesn't have a corundum ingot. Well, I'm gonna grab those for later.
Papa says I should friend
Alright.
strangers. But you seem odd.
You did good, Sven. First time out. Alright, 6:44 p.m. Well, you know what that means? Time to go to the inn and chillax, because when it's raining out here like this, the dog is in my way.
I'll go easy on you, but don't get on my bad side.
The dog.
Come on in.
And while I'm here, let's see.
Get the cold out.
I love these places. Your disease, charred skeever hide and a mud crab chicken. I know I have both of those things. Charred skeever hide and a mud crab chicken. It's funny, it falls under that potion, but oh, troll fat. Hold on. Troll fat and I think fly amida. Let's check this. This is why I keep my list. Troll fat and fly amida. Yep. Fly amida, troll fat. These give you fortified 2-handed. Which it also works as a poison, but I don't care about that. Oh. Delphine still has a room for me, yeah? I think it's still our room. Let's see if we can sleep now. We're gonna sleep for a long time. Yep. See, this is how you get 2 days of sleep out of 1 bed. We rented it the night before, but we rented it late, and you get it for 24 hours. Don't you wish real hotels would let you do this? It's a pretty good trick there.
Not to order in for shields.
Hey, and it's not raining anymore. The rain, you need to move, Sven.
Aye, we can get that for you.
This part of the game needs to be fixed so bad.
War may be good for business, but it's hard on families.
Sven, come on, man.
True that. Let's drink to the fallen ones.
You're almost there. Yeah, that's something I hope they fix in Elder Scrolls 6. But the rain that you hear when it's raining outside and you hear it on the inside of the building. That's thanks to True Storms, and that's just another reason I absolutely love that mod. So I'm gonna eat, and then we're gonna end this episode. Apple cabbage stew. That sounds so good. Pheasant roast. Again. Water. Rabbit haunch. And cook that other rabbit leg. Those other rabbit legs I picked up. Potato soup. Yummy. And then get some water back.
Need a room? Talk to Delph. Of course.
So the end of day 2, end of episode 2.
All right then.
We still have more people to go harass and kill and maybe get some gear from before we go take on Bleak Falls Barrow. That's always a fun quest. But it's legendary difficulty.
Got business here in
You can see it. I'm not lying about it. It's right there, legendary. So that's what we've been doing this whole time. Oh look, this pretty sky. So here's what I was talking about. I'll end this episode on this note. You can see the night sky. It looks brilliant and I love it, and the constellations and stuff like that. And there's a problem with natural atmospheric in Tamriel where if you're out here for even a few minutes, all the stars in the night sky fade and they just disappear. And I've got a video of that on my website, and it's really, really annoying. And so I've had to go with obsidian weathers instead. And obsidian weathers is fine, but there's something that natural atmospheric Tamriel does really well, along with either ELFX or realistic lighting overhaul, that just makes everything look a little bit better. These right here, Lanterns of Skyrim, puts them on the roads and in towns. I absolutely love them. You can configure those. I like to actually configure these Lanterns of Skyrim so that they're on all the time. Check always on. That's what I like to do. I don't worry about them going on or off. Lanterns in villages, lanterns along roads. That way it'll be on all the time. Because sometimes during the day, when there are storms out and stuff like that, you'd really like to have these on certain roads. I just really like all of this. I like the way that you can make the game look with mods. And one of the things I like to do is play with the game so that it's at night, it's dark. And I'll tell you my reasoning on that before we end this episode, because this is kind of important. I like to play with dark dungeons and dark outside so that when I finally become a vampire and get vampire vision and predator vision and night eye and all that stuff, it makes it worthwhile. Oh, here we go. Hey, give me damn greatsword. You need to be in the first position, buddy. And that is... There you go. That's an important thing to know also too, is when you're playing with a two-handed weapon. This is why I like to play with two-handed weapons. It's for the swing, block, stagger trio of moves are really great. Is if you have enough stamina, you can block the person, make a little bump towards them that staggers them, then you swing. You can keep them from hitting you the whole time. It's great for one-on-one. The trick is you need to have stamina potions with you at all times. Alright, up here, when this road forks off to the right, there's going to be some bandits, and that's what we're going to do next episode. Yep, over in that direction. There are little places over there. So that's what we're going to do. Folks, thanks for watching. As always, if you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a question or comment, happily drop it down below. If you got a question about mods or something, I'll be happy to answer those too. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.